Strictly star reveals truth behind Lewis Katya's elimination from Strictly, leaving many devastated on a night that was meant to celebrate the vibrancy of Musicals Week. The Strictly Come Dancing stage delivered instead one of its most contentious eliminations in recent memory. What began as a glittering, high-stakes quarterfinal unraveled into a shock result that left audiences stunned, judges conflicted, and social media in open revolt. At the center of the storm stood Emmerdale actor Lewis Cope, 30, and his long-lauded professional partner Katya Jones, 36, a pairing widely seen as one of the strongest contenders for the 2025 Glitterball Trophy. Their sudden departure felt not just unexpected, but, to many viewers, inexplicable. The atmosphere inside the Strictly studio shifted the moment Tess Daly announced the couples facing the dance-off, Lewis Katya vs Amber Davis-Nikita Kuzmin. Just 24 hours earlier, both couples were riding high from a widely praised Musicals Week performance, sitting comfortably at the upper end of the leaderboard. Amber and Nikita had even earned the coveted 40, a perfect score, for their spirited Charleston to sit down, "You're rockin' the boat" from Guys and Dolls. Lewis and Katya, meanwhile, had delivered a bold, technically ambitious salsa to dance at the gym from West Side Story. A routine that fused athleticism, sharp footwork, and Broadway-style storytelling. It was not just a performance, it was a statement of intent, a demonstration that Lewis had grown into one of the most capable male celebrity dancers of the season. When the tense moment arrived, both pairs stepped back into the spotlight for one final battle. The audience leaned forward, sensing the weight of what this might mean. And yet, numbers alone weren't enough to spare them. Amber and Nikita reprised their Charleston with precision and confidence, their performance shimmering with the same theatrical charm that had impressed the judges the night before. Lewis and Katya, dancing last, poured everything into their salsa, the fire, the lift work, the rhythm. But beneath the brilliant showmanship, a slight tension could be felt. Their sync, energy, and character work were undeniable. Brendan Cole, former Strictly professional, would later comment on what he believed cost them the semi-final berth. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk on behalf of Sky Vegas, Brendan Cole dissected Lewis's final salsa attempt with a seasoned dancer's eye. Now 49, and known for his blunt honesty, Brendan defended Lewis's overall excellence while acknowledging the specific shortcomings of this particular routine. "I don't think the difficulty of following Lewis on stage is why he didn't shine," he said. "The salsa action should be soft and fluid through the legs, and he didn't quite have that." Craig may have alluded to it. Brendan emphasized that while the number was great as a spectacle, it did not rise to Lewis's usual technical standard. Despite this critique, he still placed Lewis far above most contestants. Even then, he was ahead of everyone, except Amber, who had the best dance of the night. It was a rare insight into the razor-thin margins that define late-stage Strictly eliminations. A slightly stiff leg, a momentary lapse in fluidity, these micro-failures can become macro consequences when the competition reaches its sharpest point. When the final notes faded and the couples faced the judges' table, the tension became almost tangible. Head judge Shirley Ballas, never one to hide her emotion, could barely find her words. "Absolutely speechless," she admitted. "You have to dance for your place in the semi-final. May the best man win." Her tone carried both admiration and regret. "I am speechless." While the other judges cast their votes in favor of Amber and Nikita, the ultimate and deciding vote fell to Motsi Mabuse. In a moment that would ignite nearly every corner of Strictly's fan base, she echoed her colleagues and sent Amber Nikita through. Lewis and Katya's Strictly journey, one of the season's most compelling arcs, was over. Barely had the closing credits rolled before social media erupted. And with that, it was done. Within minutes, hashtags mourning or protesting the elimination began trending. The comments were raw, unfiltered, and deeply emotional. "I'm so heartbroken for Katya. I really thought she'd win it this year. I can't believe we'll never see another Lewis-Katya dance. Devastated. I feel weird about that result. Lewis was clearly final worthy. So gutted. Lewis was incredible. He didn't deserve to go home this early." For many, the elimination felt less like the natural ebb and flow of a competition and more like a disruption of narrative, a break from what seemed destined, a place in the final. Perhaps even a shot at the trophy. There are strictly eliminations that are sad. And then there are eliminations that become part of the show's mythology. Lewis Cope's departure is likely to fall into the latter category for several reasons. He was a genuine contender. His journey embodied everything Strictly celebrates: growth, technique, personality, and storytelling. His partnership with Katya was electric. Their chemistry, half teacher-student, half mischievous rivals, made them one of the show's most compelling pairings. The dance-off didn't reflect his overall season. A single stumble overshadowed months of excellence. The audience simply wasn't ready. Fans felt robbed not just of a semi-final performance, but of all the routines Lewis and Katya would have delivered had they stayed. While the Strictly machine moves quickly, the semi-final now only days away, the emotional aftermath is still settling for those involved. Katya, known for her artistry and intense coaching style, is said to have been visibly shaken. Her reaction echoed that of viewers, a mix of pride, disbelief, and what-ifs. Lewis, ever gracious, has expressed nothing but gratitude, praising Katya's mentorship and acknowledging the transformative impact the show had on him both professionally and personally. In the days to come, interviews will be aired, tributes posted, behind-the-scenes clips shared. But for fans, nothing will replace the feeling that something magical ended too soon. And perhaps that is the greatest irony, that sometimes, the most unforgettable Strictly stories come not from the glitterball winners, but from the exits that leave a ghost of greatness behind.